ain't even had time to change.
I'm back in there, mother boy.
Yeah, just finished up with class about an hour ago. You know, ain't had time to change or nothing like that, but it's all good.
About to say you ain't got your Stiller robe on.
Yeah, she coming out soon. That's for
That
sure.
boy, goddamn Clark boy, Superman over that mother. Coming on.
Oh God.
I'm going to use the bathroom. Come out in a whole new wardrobe, boy.
Oh my God.
Like, damn, we just got home 30 seconds ago.
Bruh, when I watch this dude King change, bruh, it really, oh my God.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
ain't say I,
When we went to New Orleans, that shit was kind of crazy. It was
listen,
like, you weren't wearing that.
Bruh.
the way King, when I just sat and watched him, I ain't say a word. I just looked. I was like, bruh, it takes this dude so long to get dressed. Like that shit was ridiculous. I'm just sitting there looking. This motherfucker put lotion on literally 3 times. He rubbed cologne on at least 3 times. He went through the same ritual 3 fucking times. I was like,
What the fuck is happening right
and
now?
this, he did all of that and still ain't won't even dress. He was still in his underwear. I said, what the, bro? I was like, I don't get it. I was just like,
Hey, man.
Keep slow doing everything.
yo, I'm like, what?
Don't send his ass in the stove.
What is going on?
You
like,
won't get it today.
Why does it take you so long to get dressed?
I think over the years of moving so fast.
Nigga, shut up. You've been like this since I've known you. I've known you like fucking almost 10 years now. And you've been the same way.
You tried it.
You think said years of moving fast. What?
I've maxed out my moving fast period.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Hilarious.
It was ridiculous, bro.
D-Mark got that heat.
What you saying now? I'm the man now. I be flying in the bird when I land down. Bands on bands now, I got hella fans now. Chopper hit 'em, we call that a man down. I keep them racks on me, but I don't rap for free. They say that I'm Hollywood, it don't bother me. Bitch, please don't follow me, I don't do no following. Only taking phone calls when that money calling me. Choppers as tall as me, ballin' I gotta be. Niggas acting like bitches always got the tick. White on me, yo gotta inspire me. I was just a youngin' tryna get it, yeah we gotta eat. First it be fiery, make these niggas get tired of me. You a worker, I'm a boss, nigga, you can't fire me. Keep green like celery, dodging all of these felonies. Killing them with my melodies, going hard like on every beat. Shot it, thought it forever be. Fans, they keep on telling me that I'm the hardest in the street. Wait till I hit the industry. At first they wasn't feeling me, now these bitches, they feeling me. I'm on top where the ceiling be. They done made my night hearing me, but what you saying now? I'm the man now. I be flying in the bird when I land down. Bands on bands now, I got hella fans now. Chopper hit 'em, we call that a man down. I keep them racks on me, but I don't rap for free. They say that I'm Hollywood, it don't bother me. Bitch, please don't follow me, I don't do no following. Only taking phone calls when that money calling me.
Good evening. Welcome back. But before that, no, seriously though, why? I mean, it takes him so long. Like I was literally just sitting on the bed and watching him, and he just kept doing this, putting lotion on, and then he'll act like he about to put on clothes. He be like,
Nigga, do you have any lotion left? Is the
I
question.
said, yo, what?
Do you have any lotion left? Like, what bottle did you use?
He said, put a little bit on this outfit. Go to the bathroom, come back. Just run it.
So, what is your budget a year
I said,
for
girl,
cologne?
I said, yo.
What's your yearly budget? I need to know.
Breon, what's up, man? We just talking about how long it take Keem to fucking get dressed. It's really ridiculous. If he had baby powder, it'd be over.
Not baby powder. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Bro, it's only gay if you like it, bro. And it don't matter. You know, we all used to play football and stuff like that, you know, plus showering with other men in the army and shit like that. I mean, and then you got Navy guys who really like, you know, being a seaman and stuff, you know.
Hey, Sean, shut the hell up.
You know,
I was trying not to encourage him that time.
No, and he was just gonna keep going. I was like,
but then, you know, the Marines like to be nut to butt, you know, and but either way, you know, you get used to seeing another man naked. It don't bother you.
She said, hence the word intentional.
But look, first of all, he had on drawers, barely. It took him 15 minutes to put them on.
The fact that Keem is just moving so cordial while he's like the top subject over here.
Anyway, I digress. Welcome back.
My internet is fucking up.
Oh, come on, King.
Hold up.
We can hear you though.
Right, I can hear you.
And you moving just fine.
Nope.
You up?
Bro, I swear that's how 2K be. I don't know if he's just standing there or is he frozen. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of The Gun Line. Right, if you don't know what The Gun Line is by now, this is where we talk about all things two-way. This is where we talk about all things in the Black community. Let you know what's going on in your neck of the woods and try to be a little educational on top of that. And if you don't care what we got to talk about or what we think about certain subjects, turn this shit off. All right. But we hope you stick around. Tune in. You know who I am, Sean, but they call me Banks. We got Kenneth J. Coleman with us.
You.
We have, the Invisible King. And last but not least, we have Ms. Banks.
Hello.
Okay. All right. We just said the hell with the intros, you know. And King will be back momentarily.
To ride with these sponsors.
Right after a word from these sponsors. And we ain't got no sponsors no more, so
right.
It is what it is. We'll get them eventually.
I can't tonight.
Listen, man. What we do last weekend? Nothing. Oh my God, I can't even.
Those classes.
Yeah.
I mean, besides classes, you know, we didn't go nowhere. We weren't on the road nowhere. I mean, it was a pretty chill weekend. You know, shout out to everybody that took class with us this weekend, and shout out to everybody who came to class tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We was deep in that. We was deep in there tonight. We had a good class. Y'all folks crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. Good evening. What's up, bro?
Hello.
What up?
I can't believe you tried to play me like that.
Right. Speed is on your ass.
Breon, what's
Pause.
happening? Yeah, other than that, we ain't have much going on this weekend, man. You know, which is okay. We need that from time to time. But we back on the road potentially this weekend. Back to VA Beach. So if you're down there and we're there, come see us. You know, but if you go down there and we ain't there, I'm sorry. You know, but we're gonna
Order online.
You know, there you go.
We'll be at the stuff.
At VAtactical.com. Right. Keem, you back?
Barely.
All right, for sure. So we got a few things to talk about tonight, and then we're gonna actually dive into more important stuff, right? We're gonna talk about Virginia Code 18.2-308. Right, and if you don't know, that is Virginia statutes on concealed carry. All right, so we're gonna talk about a few things tonight. I mean, this is probably be a multi segment type of thing because there's a lot of wording in this, and it's a lot to go over. Some of the stuff that I didn't even know, you know. So it's in there. All right, when we're gonna dive in, we're gonna talk about it. All right, and you know, what stories do we have?
Well,
I feel like
Keeman
is this computer. There. I feel like last Wednesday we went live last Wednesday. Like I
day after,
right, literally Thursday, a bunch of stuff happened. You know, and I was like, "Yo, what in the world?" Obviously the shooting in Thailand. Which I actually need to pull that up again to see what the latest developments are. Yeah, man, crazy shooting in Thailand. You know, was it Taiwan?
Thailand.
Okay, all right.
Not Taiwan.
Shooting, stabbing. Yeah, you right about that, Breon. Got a hit on that. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Recently, I just seen a post about a teenager getting shot in the head by a Gulfport police officer.
Yeah, that happened.
Apparently, they claim bystanders said that he did not have a firearm, but the press conference, the chief is saying he did have a firearm, and they have yet to release the videos.
Oh, they did say he got a firearm.
They said he had a firearm, but witnesses say that he had his hands up and he did not have a firearm.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm about to say a few people actually. That was that video you sent me. That was this morning, right?
Probably.
Talking about that situation.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably. Okay. So yeah, starting with start. I said starting. Starting.
Yeah.
That's the 1920. Woo. You good now?
Yes.
He a little bit more clear.
There you go.
There you go.
There he is.
Well, talking about my lotion.
Team Sig in the building.
Oh God.
Big Daddy.
He can give you a hella intro. My lotion.
Nah, it'd be literally like OD, bro. I was like, that's why he can't get nowhere on time. Like, it's crazy.
That explains why his aroma lingers after you out of the bathroom.
Yo, I was like, he would take a shower and the whole house would just be like fucking East St. Laurent. It's just like, yo, what the like, yo.
The whole house smelled like Macy's. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Hey man.
Like, it's a Sephora up in here.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
And you gotta smell good.
That's right. At least you know you take a bath.
Yeah, we sure do take one of them.
Trying to smell like Kim, man. That's I love him.
And Kim, that motherfucking Savage or something.
He put on that motherfucking sexy. That shit called sexy.
Jesus. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so the shooting in Thailand, and there was a lot of people that died. You know, I mean, I
A lot
said,
of
good
kids.
Lord. Like, yeah,
A lot of kids, man.
Yeah,
Sad.
a lot of kids.
They say at least 24 of them were children. 36. That's crazy. I'm sorry.
You know, no, like I'm trying to remember exactly what happened with that. I mean, I know he just got fired from the police department, right?
Yep.
And I believe that daycare was where his kids used to go, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure Breon will fact check me in a second.
You already know it will.
Right. But yeah, I mean that was he just got fired from being, you know,
He got suspended.
Oh, suspended, not fired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, shit. I mean, damn.
I mean, in the story it says suspended. It could have been termination after that, but
you went on a rampage like that,
right? I know you ain't that tight out to get suspended, but obviously, dude,
it was due to drug possession charges.
But he got suspended because he.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, he said he was using drugs or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that he went in there and did all of that and then turns around and goes home and did what he did there, you know, I said, good Lord. I mean, I don't know, man. That one, I said, that's tough, you know, and I didn't think Thailand had, you know, guys like, oh, he was on the police department, so he probably, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, there's not a lot of legal gun ownership over there. But I could be
wrong. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, either government officials, police officers, are only ones that are really supposed to have firearms over there. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna really give that man too much attention. But I'm sure everybody's heard about it so far.
No.
Yeah. Go ahead. Don't cut that off. But yeah, other than that, what's next? Oh yeah, the shooting and stabbing. Who got that story?
Wow. So just Google that real quick. So
which
technically, no Thailand police officers. There are no like standard issue handguns. Police officers must buy their own personal weapon and use it as their service weapon. Interesting.
There you go. Man, I gotta serve and protect that. Yes, please, thank you. And buy my own gun. Well, there's a lot of security agencies here that do the same thing. You know, you gotta pay for your own stuff because they ain't gonna pay for it.
So a little bit more. They didn't release the gun, but it said the former police officer who attacked the daycare center legally brought a 9mm handgun. Officials said. So it wasn't 9mm used. You just don't know what it was.
It was a Glock.
Well, it was probably a Glock. Yeah.
I'm sure it was.
You know. Well, exactly to the point that I was about to make, Breon. Like, you're exactly right. I mean, over there you can't own a gun, you know, or at least legally, and then the next thing you know, you can't. I don't know. You can't stop a threat, you know. And then, I didn't hear about that part, Breon. You say he ran out of ammo, then started stabbing the kid.
Well, I know he stabbed. I didn't know he ran. I didn't know it was because he ran out of ammo. That's wow.
Jesus Christ, bro. That's just gruesome.
I had to stop and think about that for a second. Like,
stabbing kids in their sleep, bro.
You can't really say what was possessing man to do something like that, but I mean, like you really had some type of hatred, or I don't know.
Bro, I had demons in him. That's the only thing.
I mean, facts. That's the only thing you can really say, you know. And he all right. But yeah, stabbing kids when they sleep, man. Like I just, and then obviously, you know, you gonna take the cowardly way out, you know.
Of course. Come on now. They won't gonna walk him out of his house armed. They gonna shoot that fool dead.
You know, like I just feel like you gonna do all that, you know, then kill yourself, man. You should have did that shit beforehand, for real, for him. Then you wouldn't. I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, you talking about? Oh yeah, no facts. Well, nobody ever wants another Uvalde for a multitude of reasons. You know, we don't want any more mass shootings like that, quote unquote, and we also don't want a police team that's too afraid to save some children's lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know. What else you got, King? Wait, what? What happened? Is King frozen?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, what?
Bro, what is going on?
I'm trying to find this video.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Find me that. You talking about I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. I don't know what you're talking about.
You talking about
that
no. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just what? I'm talking to them.
No, I was on the show this video, but I can't find a link for it. He shooting his gun to range, and this hot casing in the primer, and the body exploded.
Well, as you can see, the little one refused to go to sleep tonight. Benjamin, what's going on, man? It's not yours. Anyway, Keem, you back?
Yeah.
What's next?
I thought I shared them, but when I deleted.
Houston. Houston buyback program.
I put them in the private chat. Yeah, Houston had one of the biggest, believed to be the biggest buyback program, with well over, I think 1,500 guns. But in the pictures, if you look at the guns, they all look like old single fire rifles.
I think I know what you're talking about. It was all like World War II granddaddy guns.
Old as hell. And I'm like, if this is to stop, I don't know. I don't even want to. I don't know. But I'm like, half of these guns people don't even use. Like, they didn't even look like they were able to be shot. Like, it just looked like a whole bunch of World War II guns. It's in the I put it in the private chat. It should be. There was pictures of that.
Oh, I got it.
But I was like, who's using these weapons?
It said 1,208 guns were turned in on Saturday in exchange for a gift card, which is about $400 more than the 845 collected during Houston's first buyback in July. Yeah.
Who's using those guns?
Like literally.
That just said a $50 gift card was available for a non-functioning firearm. So it had to be non-functioning. That's why they're so old. So it says $100 for a shotgun or hunting rifle, $150 for a revolver or semi-automatic handgun, and $200 for a semi-automatic rifle.
Wow.
200 for a semi. Okay.
Mhm.
Look at these old
But
guns.
that's the thing. It has to be a non-functioning firearm. That's like I'm saying. So not to say you can't take anything. It's probably why those are so old. People just like
Hold on,
fuck it,
wait,
I'm taking
what?
this old ass
You
gun.
can only bring a non-functioning firearm?
That's the piece of person that
Yeah, it says a $50 gift card was available for a non-functioning firearm.
Interesting. Why would a non-functioning firearm?
I don't. So the functioning ones, they would give more money. Is that what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying?
It doesn't specify in the actual
Because
thing.
that would make no sense having a buyback program for guns that don't work, or
Right.
only for guns that don't work. But then again, it's police we're talking about. But yeah, man. And so I remember seeing it on Facebook where the police department, it was a bunch. It was a lot of guns, but all of them guns were like, oh, it was somebody had put a musket in there. No, I'm so serious. They put a musket in there, and it was definitely a bunch of old guns, and I remember people clowning it and whatever. But I mean, if you do decide to give your gun back for whatever particular reason, I mean, I just prefer you to come to Virginia Tactical first. What else we got, Keith?
Then we go to. I don't know if you heard about the Mexico doing a second lawsuit on U.S. Dealers.
On U.S. dealers, what do you mean?
Yeah, so Mexico reported a second time that they have so many weapons illegally imported into their country from U.S. soil. So they created a second lawsuit.
Oh, ain't that some shit?
Yeah, it got shot down, but they're still trying to fight it further. But they believe that straw purchases are being dealt, and these guns are coming in their country illegally.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but
well, it's been notated for a long time that a lot of guns in the U.S. have been sold to Mexico. I mean, Operation Fast and Furious that was the prime example of government taking guns off of the street here from the streets of LA and Chicago and literally selling those guns to the Mexican cartel. So,
So they said we're suing them meaning U.S. dealers, because there's clearly a pattern. We continue to see weapon trafficking, which is known to be American guns from what we have gathered. And then there's several, not in every paragraph, they just talk about straw purchases being dealt, smuggling them into Mexico.
Interesting. Well, yeah,
60% of weapons seized in Mexico in the recent years have seemed to be sold from U.S. countries. All right, U.S. Yeah, it says U.S. countries.
All right. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, you can't really refute that. I mean, guns don't come from Mexico. We get the drugs from Mexico, and we get the guns. Yeah, exactly. So
Mexico was seeking at least $10 billion in compensation.
You said 10 billion?
10 billion.
Damn.
Lord. Sound like Joe Biden guy, because he writing checks for everybody else but us.
Oh my God. Let's not talk about Joe. Did you see his interview the other day?
No, I did not. But I don't even
want to. Mexico says that In 2019 alone, at least 17,000 homicides were in Mexico linked to these traffic weapons.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's, I can't be really surprised at that,
Right.
Honestly, somebody should run them their money for real.
Right.
The
cartel.
If you ask me,
heavy out there. So,
but it was shot down though.
Yeah, of course we ain't about to pay nobody $10 billion for no reason.
Yeah, they telling the media that it's shut down. So
excuse our child. Sorry, guys. But did y'all hear about the Virginia realtor killed in targeted ambush while in Turks and Caicos? Yes. Yeah.
Keem, I think you know about that story, so you go ahead and follow up and tell me what was going on with that.
I had sent that to the group.
Yo, this cupcake is banging, yo. Okay.
I thought I sent it to the chat. I was looking for it. Okay, yeah. So he was NAACP leader, just traveling. It says for vacation when he arrived at Turks and Caicos, he was traveling, and it looked like a convoy was behind him and basically ambushed him while on vacation and actually shot and killed. What's his name? They didn't give a name.
So it's a hit.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Interesting.
It just says a staff member. Doesn't say his name. Did you get his name, Bailey? I don't have his name.
His name is Kent Carter. He's the first vice president of the NAACP Arlington branch. He's in a realtor as well.
And somebody put a hit on him.
Yeah, it says the police are calling it a targeted attack. So the shooting was one of a series of events that killed 3 people and injured 5.
The equipped weapon of choice were automatic weapons, as they say. Police believe that one of the gunmen died during the shootout, so evidently they fired shots back.
Okay.
Because it did say it was multiple vehicles they shot at too.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't just him. They were. That's wild to have a hit out on vacation. Jesus Christ.
Right. I mean, come on.
After police intercepted the suspect. Okay, and the briefing from their police chief said another attack also occurred after police intercepted the suspect's car, causing the gunman to open fire at officers with automatic weapons. The police car's windshield and 2 tires were hit and damaged as 2 officers shot back to protect themselves and their colleagues. So whoever this was must have been on a killing spree because they were going after more people.
Oh, so he just happened.
So the guy got shot by the cops. One of the suspects was shot by the cops.
So I mean, for what it sounded like, though,
I don't think it was just they were just after him.
Right,
they were after a multitude of people, but it's still a target attack. So it could have been they could have been targeting Americans. They could have been targeting, Black people. Who knows? Like, who knows what their reason for doing that was for?
Wow.
Also, 2 Georgia deputies, I did see this, were killed while they were serving a warrant. Apparently, the person or the assailant shot the first cop, And while the second cop was trying to save that first cop, he shot and killed him too.
Damn. This in Georgia?
Yeah, this is in Georgia.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember reading that story. I think yesterday. And said, that's tough, man. That is tough.
No, not the devil's advocate, but in training, you still have to stop the threat before you can save.
Well, that was
What would
one
be
thing.
the definition of saving, though? I mean, because until we see like body cams, you don't know exactly what situation he was in.
Right.
Right. No, that's for sure. I mean, depending on, it could dictate, if they were behind cover or something like that.
Exactly. Or they thinking I'm just serving a harmless, you know what I'm saying, warrant. And obviously in a perfect day, they would want the gentleman to come willingly. But they probably like, man, we just served maybe 1,000 warrants. We never had a guy physically fired through the door, or whatever the case may be.
That's true.
No, I will say, that's tough, and I'm like, no, I don't know, man. People getting desperate, man, and like, and afraid to face up to some things. And I'm like,
I was ready. That was nothing like desperation to me.
Like, I'm just saying, I'm like, you getting, you don't want to get taken to jail, so you just firing off at the cops. You know what I'm saying? Now you killing. Like, what happened to the dude? Right? Is he?
I didn't see.
He ain't take the cowardly way out and off himself, did he?
I didn't see anything. I just saw a TikTok about it. They didn't really say they were just talking about that comrade. Hi, Quincy.
Well, I can tell you right now, when you go to jail, they don't starve his ass for about 6 months straight.
Bro, if you make it to jail, bro.
Facts.
I mean, you killed 2 cops. You know what I'm saying? They don't take that shit lightly.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's no.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Take that in your room. What's this last thing you dropped?
That has been apprehended, so they got him.
Oh, okay.
I hate to ask, but was he white or black?
There were 2 suspects that the police said.
Does it say if they were white or black?
I assume one of them lived in the property. Trying to get that now.
Dang, one of them lived there, the other one didn't. Hey, that's a ride or die for you, boy, right there.
What happened?
You said one of them lived there, right?
Yeah, one of them lived in the property.
And that's what I said. The other one probably didn't. I was like, damn, 2 suspects, both of them shot. That's a ride or die. Stupid ride or die.
They don't give no names of the suspect.
They'll probably release that here in a little bit.
Oh, okay. So after knocking and ringing the doorbell of the suspect's house and getting no answers, the deputies head back to their car, Owen said. But as they got back to the car, they noticed another vehicle pulling up to the house, which they assumed to be the suspect. As the deputies moved to the exit their car, shots were fired, deputies said. So I'm guessing this guy pulled up. I don't know if the guy called his guy. I don't know what it was, but it seems like the guy that pulled up from the car actually was shooting.
Well, yeah, he gonna get that capital punishment.
Oh, easily.
Easily. He gonna get that. And then yes, I'm pulling up the video.
Lastly, at least one of the suspects had barricaded themselves following the shooting. After several hours of negotiation efforts, and I think we know what racist is, the standoff ended peacefully and the suspects were taken into custody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If it was honest, they would have dropped a nuke on us.
They would have called it duty.
They're uncooperating. Drop the nuke.
AC-130. Yeah.
So then we got the woman, you know.
She said nuke. Yeah,
That's what Breon was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. You know, grabbed the gun. You know, had to protect herself. You know,
grabbed the gun and shot him out of the. Hey, I ain't mad at her.
Let's see.
Something she's never done before.
I got off safety and I just lifted it up and I started shooting at him, and wherever he was moving to, I just shot him out of the house.
Giles was found 200 yards from her home with gunshot wounds to his lower leg and right side. McAllister wants women to learn from her experience and make sure they have a plan.
I know a lot of women are scared of guns, but I feel like those are the best protectors for us because we can't fight a man and we can't fight an intruder off. I got off safety and I just lifted it up and I started shooting at him, and wherever he was moving to, I just shot him out of the house.
On Tuesday morning,
the last thing she made, I mean, I would in a small way agree with that, simply because of, you know, the dude's size. You don't know how big somebody is or whatever the case may be. So I definitely do feel like more women should become more advocates of firearms, you know, for their protection.
Now, I will say though, to that point, yeah, I just where if he went, I'm just, you know. Now, where did this take place? Anybody know?
Yeah, that's my first time seeing it. I have no idea.
Oh,
they didn't say in the video.
I don't know. Let's see.
It sounds like down south.
To a loud noise and her dog barking. 20-year-old Malik Giles of Johnston County was inside her home, staring her down.
A stranger was in my house and I didn't even it's really hard to be by myself right now.
She yelled at him to get out. After the third time, she ran to get her gun.
Great commands.
She shot him multiple times, something she's never done before.
I got off safety and I just lifted it up and I started shooting at him, and wherever he was moving to, I just shot him out of the house.
Giles was found 200 yards from her home with gunshot wounds to his lower leg and right side. McAllister wants women to learn from her experience and make sure they have a plan.
I know a lot of women are scared of guns, but I feel like those are the best protectors for us because we can't fight a man and we can't fight an intruder off. I got off safety.
So I mean, it don't matter, you know, where they at. I mean, one thing about it
kind of does matter.
Well,
Depends
I mean,
on
you're right, stand your ground laws, castle doctrine.
Yep.
You know, because you can't necessarily do that in all situations.
Especially if he's running away.
You know,
you can't shoot at him at that point.
Yeah,
you're not supposed. Well, state of Virginia. I don't know where they are,
you know,
but
North Carolina.
Done,
North Carolina.
Pretty sure North Carolina is stand your ground in castle doctrine. I could fact check myself though.
Might be, yeah, it might be. It seems like the further south you go, you know,
the more you can protect.
The more you can protect yourself. You know,
it says in North Carolina, you have the legal right to defend yourself with deadly force in your home, vehicle, or workplace without having duty to retreat. So if anybody doesn't know what duty to retreat is, you have to be inside of your home before you can decide to protect yourself using deadly force.
Well, she could then.
So that's what I'm saying. So if somebody's on your land, you have to show that you retreated to your home first, and then you use deadly force.
Hey, look,
Kim
boy, you look that up quick.
Right.
It said the law is commonly referred to as obviously stand your ground or the castle doctrine.
Well,
because it allows you to defend yourself within your castle, which traditionally is meant to be your home.
Yeah, he was trying to steal things from the home.
So in North Carolina, I mean, so like I said, she defended herself. She's well within her rights.
She justified.
All right.
You said what?
She's definitely good. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, according to the statutes in every
I
state,
mean,
she can do it.
at the same time, technically, I mean, you don't. So you can use deadly force against somebody that is, if I'm correct, trying to kidnap you and or rape you and or kidnap or rape others.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
she does not absolutely know what that dude was in there to do, and that's why I'm a firm believer in the castle doctrine, because you can be like, oh, did you see a weapon? I didn't have to see a weapon for him to yell out he was going to go rape me, or oh, go get the kids. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. So I don't give a damn if it's a weapon or not. Yeah, I mean, and I know for a fact, we know Virginia does not honor that. Well, they honor it with restrictions, the castle doctrine in the state of Virginia. But I feel like that should just be full blown, especially when you're entering somebody's home against the moment you kick my door in or break my window, whatever, you are physically holding me against my will. Legally, you're holding me against my will. So yes, I should be able to use that type of force to get you out.
I mean, without a doubt. And I mean, and Breon, you make a good point. See, because the police chief in Florida, bro, he's going nuts right now. Like
he said,
go ahead. Nobody.
Go ahead. Zero tolerance.
He literally told me, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he did.
He said leave. He said we want to leave criminals looking like grated cheese. I said, good Lord.
Damn.
I was wondering if he was trying to use that as like a scare tactic for people, knowing that police have the right to, in the way he's putting it, the police have the right to use deadly force against you, regardless of whatever the case may be. Now, like, that can either help or that can burn the shit out you too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
that's the crazy part.
Open you up to some lawsuits. Well, he said do it. But
that county got bread. He don't care about the lawsuits.
Right. Well, I believe it is partially a scare tactic for those who may be watching. Right. I do agree with that, because I mean, some of what he said is kind of borderline
off the wall.
Yeah, it's just like
it's borderline murder. Like,
right. I'm like, relax, bro. But I do get what he's trying to do.
Hey, do you know it's against state laws to ask for a quarter on the street, you panhandler? Pow! Like, damn, wait, hold on. Wait a minute, time out. You know what I'm saying?
Asking for money?
I mean, but again, based off I ain't want to trail too far based on the video, I applaud to her. She used situational awareness, and we talk to our students about this all the time, fight or flight. And she fought. She was backed into a corner. I feel like she had the right to do what she had to do, regardless of whatever the state law may be. She had the right to do. The dude legitimately had her pinned down. He was in her room staring at her. Come on now.
You're right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna say? Oh, I could have got to the window, or I could have got past him and pushed him and ran downstairs and got out of the house. No.
Tell you what, not expecting to get shot that day, but
Yeah, sure won't.
I mean, I don't think he was expecting to die, period. Or not die, excuse me, I'm sorry. Or get shot, like you said. I don't think he was expecting to get shot, period.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Broke
into the wrong house.
When I said a dead man can't talk.
Dead man can't talk.
I'm trying to tell you, they were like, oh, well, what happened? Well,
I know we talked about
he said the coroner's lab right now.
New York Times Square officially became a gun-free zone. Officially.
Wait, what?
Wait. You can have guns in Times Square before.
Bro, there's literally subways on every corner right there. You can't. Yeah. Okay.
You can't go down in the subway with the gun, right?
They said they were talking about subways too, from what I saw, but they were like, officially, New York Times Square is a gun-free zone.
Well, I mean, regardless of the fact, you can. According to that legislation in New York, you couldn't carry on public transit anyway.
I guess essentially they wanted to say that.
I mean, that in a small way, that actually kind of makes sense. You do got a lot of restaurants. I mean, it's always flooded, terrorists, shit like that. So, a lot of people may be getting,
They made sure to say, yeah, this involves concealed carry as well. No guns at all.
But if I'm concealed, how would you know?
You wouldn't.
Right.
Exactly. I've always wondered that. Would they be like concealed or not? I'm like, But if I'm concealed, how would you know?
Hey, speaking of New York,
But if I don't obey the law,
You said
Like
speaking of
December.
New York.
Lord,
this happened in New York.
He's
This is
gonna
my
get a big-
trolling
he's gonna
video
get
for the day.
He's going to get a bacon, egg, and cheese. The Aki way.
the Crime Stopper.
All right,
You
what's
see
going
this?
on?
Look at it.
He's a terrible shooter, like horrible. You trying to kill your ops, but you can't shoot, and your ops got a cane. Like,
First of all, hey, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's a Taurus, bro.
It is.
sure it is.
It is.
Bro, what the?
Look, and then,
What is
oh, he got shot the lady 11. Oh,
And look who
11.
he's shooting at.
Old dude, like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Bro. The old dude's, hey, he shot
Bro,
it.
what?
Oh,
Bro, what?
that's a
Somebody
Taurus,
don't
bro.
get that granddad.
That is
Hey,
a Taurus.
listen, hold on. Time out, though, regardless of the fact.
He
He
fresh.
shot, my man stood in the middle of the street while getting shot at, although we would consider that to be retarded. That boy had been through something, bro. He go hard, bro.
Right, he don't give a damn
He
about
stood
your
right in the
phone.
middle of the street, was like, I dare you.
But wait,
What?
the person he was shooting at had a whole cane.
Is his tongue out or is he biting his bottom lip?
Bro, it look like Michael Jordan.
He bite his bottom.
Bro.
Oh, Lord.
No
Look at the
way.
cane. He was shooting at the blind man. That's it.
Bro, he literally turned his head.
That's why his ass missed.
But
Look at the
who is this
recoil
person
on
in this
that.
Honda though? Like their reaction is all delayed.
Why did
Can
you
you-
turn around?
Hey, wait a minute.
Bro,
Hold on. Time
both
out.
of them handicapped. What if it was just two handicapped men?
Right,
I know what
he
he
had a
said.
whole lip.
Okay, one more time.
Did he
You
miss?
say I got a hit on you?
Yeah, he
definitely-
missed. He missed it every
definitely
time.
Every time.
Oh,
he
it's probably his diabetes in his leg.
And just so what? He shoot like Medea.
Hey,
Right.
I agree with Bailey, but look how slow that Honda pulled off, bro.
Right.
What do you?
That Honda, whoever's in that Honda, they suck because like,
He ate that, bro. Hey, bro. Hey,
He never
homeless
shot
man, a
him.
gangster, bro.
He never shot him.
That's what I'm saying. He gangster for that. Yeah, that's a story.
What in the world?
Hold on, hey, can we go back far enough to just that first shot? And you look how high his arm went in the air,
Oh, what is going on?
bro.
Boy, shooting
I
the
tell you, my boy
Taurus.
missed everything. My boy shot in the air.
Shooting the Taurus 44 mag.
He going crazy right now.
Boy, man, you got bullets you shooting, boy.
All right, man. So
Mm.
we didn't talk for an hour about everything else.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta dive into the homework tonight.
Man, my baby going here. What's going on?
All right, man. So, we're gonna be talking about this is the educational portion of the segment. The Virginia Code 18.2-308, Virginia Code for carrying a concealed handgun or weapon and lawful use. So we're gonna dive in. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. If anybody else can kind of pull that up on their side too, because I'm gonna do my best when reading. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's going nuts. Oh man. All right, man. So just going. We ain't gonna do all of them all tonight because 18.2. That's 308, man. it is a long one, but definitely something that everybody should take the time to read. But we're gonna go over it slowly but surely. All right. So section 1, right? So 308.101, carrying a concealed handgun with a permit, right? The prohibition against carrying a concealed handgun in clause I of subsection J. Bro, listen, I hate reading statutes and codes.
It's like,
Bro, I mean, it's like reading the King James. It's like these and those. But it shall not apply to a person who has a valid concealed handgun permit issued to this article. I don't know.
Did you need me to read?
Yeah, you can read this.
Where am I at? Who your glass? What you want me to read?
Right.
Yeah, I was ready to go down
the 18.2.
I blew for real though.
308.
Yeah, right.
Read the whole thing. Oh, the person issued the permit shall have such permit on his person at all times during which he is carrying a concealed handgun and shall display the permit and a photo identification issued by a government agency of the Commonwealth or by the U.S. Department of Defense or U.S. State Department passport upon demand by a law enforcement officer.
All right, start right there.
Okay.
All right, so we tell everybody, but there it is right there in the first sentence, 2 sentences, whatever statement that is. Right, put the permit in your wallet. You got to keep it with you, right? It's the same thing like your driver's license. Technically, if that cop want to be an asshole about it, they said, well, you ain't got your driver's license on you. Same thing with your concealed, right? Yes, you can still look it up. Yes, if you get pulled over, it's in the system that you do have one, but you still got to have it on you, right? That's just something that you got to do. Have it. If you live in Richmond, you're going to get a terrible just piece of paper laminated yourself. If you're in Henrico, Chesterfield, and somewhere else, you're going to get a nice card or whatever the case may be. Yeah, with your picture on it, because they love their citizens more than Richmond City does, right? Wait, Keem, you got a car or you got a piece of paper too?
I got a piece of paper. Hampton week.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I forgot what I said. Oh, a person to whom is a non-resident permit is issued shall have such permit on his person at all times when he is carrying a concealed handgun in the Commonwealth and shall display the permit on demand by a law enforcement officer. A person whose permit is extended due to deployment shall carry with him and display upon request of a law enforcement officer a copy of the documents required by subsection B of 18.2-308.010.
All right, basic quick synopsis of the first one. Just carry your damn car with you at all times.
Yeah, right, exactly. If you're resident, non-resident, blah, blah, blah. All right, got it.
If you get reciprocity here, you need to carry a permit.
So B talks about, the failure to display your permit, and the photo identification. Yeah, so I got to give you both
for everybody out there. Once you take the class, you cannot right away conceal carry a weapon. You still have to wait for that permit to come in.
Yeah,
a lot of people get the misconception of, after I finish the class, I can, I'm ready to. No, you're not ready to go yet.
Right.
I'm about to say, King, let them know the only places by law you can put your firearm.
If you don't have a concealed.
Sorry.
Oh, if you don't have your concealed, as far as carrying on person.
Correct.
It has to be in your vehicle. It has to be in a latch compartment.
As far as like transporting it from your vehicle, it has to be in a latch compartment, unloaded.
Right. We're gonna go through that statute too here, but that's subsection J1 of 18 dash.
Bro,
J, which is it B?
Yeah, exactly. Not section, subsection J1.
Lord Jesus.
It has to be unloaded.
No, it don't have to be unloaded.
Oh, I was about to say.
All right, so you can get that $25 ticket if you ain't got it on you.
Right.
Oh, it does say a court may be. If you go back up real quick, it does say a court may waive the penalty upon presentation of the court of a valid permit and government issued photo identification card, basically. So if you get pulled, you don't have it, and you go to court, you think you got to pay $25. Just go take your stuff in there. They'll waive the fee.
All right, Juke, man, be easy, though.
All right, bro.
Okay.
And from what I read, I thought it did have to be unloaded. The magazine couldn't be in. If you can.
No.
We about to get down to the nitty gritty of that. You know, everybody that questions should be answered, right? Because right now I don't want to tell no lies.
Right.
The granting of a concealed handgun permit pursuant to this shall not thereby authorize the possession
of any handgun or other weapon on property or in places where such possession is otherwise prohibited by law or is prohibited by the owner of the private property. So if it got a big old sign with a gun and a red circle around it with slash, that means you can't take it in there.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. All right.
Don't you take your gun in there.
Now be mindful, people. Some Walmarts, you're right, Kent. Some Walmarts does not allow open carry, but they don't say anything about concealed carry.
Because if I'm concealed, they don't know.
No, right. But that's actually on their some
I know.
Yeah, like you
I know Whole Foods, you can't open or conceal carry.
You can't open carry, but you can conceal carry.
Whole Foods. Yeah, right.
Whole
that's why I don't even
Whole Foods you can't carry.
I ain't never been to a Whole Foods a day in my life.
Right, and you gotta work when we going because it's too expensive.
Bro, why was I laughing? That John was like at McDonald's. It was like no smoking, no loitering or soliciting. Shoes and shirts are required. And then John was like, what else it said? It said no something, but never once was a sign that it said no firearms allowed.
Right. No, that's like the bank. You go to the bank, it tells you at Village Bank, it says no sunglasses, mask, or hoodies. But it says nothing about a firearm. Like nothing. Like it has.
I guess I guess they assuming you would just put two and two together for a financial institute. Like, yeah, I'm not taking the gun up in that job.
Right. Right, you gotta let me know because if I'm walking there with my gun on my hip, they don't say it on your finger.
Foreign objects.
So right,
bro. Hold on. I'm sorry. I know you was ready to go on. I had a quick moment of like, could you imagine being a security guard and somebody coming in with a gun? Like, do we arrest them? Or do we detain them? Because we don't really have a sign up there that says no firearms. So can he bring that in here?
What job did you have?
Listen, I've had a lot of jobs. So
what in the Tommy is going on here?
When I was a security officer at the bank, though,
God never gives. He'll never give you the company name. He just take you when I had my job.
Back in 2016. Boy, get to that bag, boy.
Oh my God. Yeah, when I was a carpenter back in 2012.
Right.
Well, I wasn't carpenter.
He was though.
His
resume is
like, oh damn, who you work for? A carpenting company.
Back when I had my OnlyFans. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I don't have one subscriber. No, I wouldn't even have that.
Big banks.
Oh, okay. Right. You use my credit card to subscribe to myself.
That nigga pay himself to play with himself. Nigga, that's the most expensive hand job you'd ever had. Oh God. That was funny. I'm paying myself to subscribe to myself. Shit.
All right, back when
when I was a security officer at the bank.
That was funny.
You know, somebody came in and was like, what you gonna do if somebody came around this place? So what the hell you think I would do? I said I am a security officer, not a security guard. I ain't guarding none of this shit. They can take it off.
Damn right.
Yo,
I'm gonna call the cop. What do you want me to do? You know,
you see with my gun.
This motherfucker slid the gun over the door. Was like, you guys big dog.
I ain't want this job no way.
You know.
Hey,
But anyway.
self-preservation, bro. Lord have mercy.
What
you gonna do if somebody rob the bank,
bro? Literally, man, just talks about you got to be 21, obviously, and if you do, if you are part of the U.S. Army Corps, or I guess some other particular branch, then all you would have to do is give them your DD-214.
Who carries this around?
What? No, nobody. You never carry that around. You got to keep the DD. But you bring them your DD-214, and then you'll get your handgun permit, right? And obviously you got to pass a background check. So that's all I talked about. For a 5-year permit, right, to carry concealed handgun. All right, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, and these are the other things that just in case some folks out there, just in case some other people out there want to know, right? If you had a deer hunter educational class, you can submit that. Any National Rifle Association firearm safety class that is now changed to recognize firearm safety or training course, right? And so the wording will be changed here soon on that, because obviously it's not just the National Rifle Association. You got Gun Owners of America, USCCA, and somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. Those courses are what's the word I'm looking for? Accepted. There we go. Okay. Oh, actually, there it is.
I'm
right.
Bugging those Bill have been pouring that damn wine for a minute.
Bro, she I don't know.
Yo, I just been hearing the wine hit the bottom of the glass for about 10 seconds.
You imagine
this is a big ass glass.
Yeah, I don't sleep on that couch. They go kind of crazy, don't they, kid?
Shut up, King.
Keep going. We going in.
On that handout.
Oh God.
There it is now. Actually, in number 3, completing any firearm safety or training course, or class available to the general public, right? By a law enforcement agency or higher institution, higher education, blah blah blah. All right. Law enforcement training, obviously, and presenting evidence of equivalent experience.
So like your service. Like your if you work for the Department of the Corrections,
the Department of Corrections.
What's the DCJS?
Well, it depends on DCJS, right? If you only did unarmed DCJS, then that doesn't count.
I'm talking about like armed. I mean, obviously you had to shoot for that, so
yeah. So yeah, but generally speaking, I ain't going through all of these joints, but generally speaking, take a class. Right? Any class should be good. All right, unless it's online. Now in the state of Virginia.
If it's online, you just spend your money for no reason.
Yeah, what somebody did earlier this week.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was like, bro, I paid this class online like $75. I was like, bro, there was a dude that came by and was like, do I got to do another class again? And because he just paid $75 for an online class, and then he would try to take it to the clerk, and they turned him away. So just in case y'all think we be BS and like they be looking at that stuff,
They do.
So yeah, don't
you
try
have
to
your our instructors' numbers on those certificates for a reason.
Right, exactly. And we get calls just in case they got any questions about anything. So please don't forge them, like, because you'll probably end up going to jail for real. Catching some type of charge, falsifying concealed carry permits,
because guaranteed
certificates rather.
First lady got everybody named that took the class.
So yeah,
so you can try it if you want to.
Yeah, that's a fact. The so yeah, that's kind of pointless right there.
Why is this section so?
Oh, it just goes on and going on and on. So like we tell everybody, they can charge you up to $50, to do it. Specifically it says you charge a fee of $10 for processing, or issuing, on top of a $35 fee not to exceed $35, right? So essentially, and then you got another fee that can charge you up to a certain amount. Yep, there it is. Not to, so pretty much
Total amount up to
$50.
$50.
Yeah, it's just a clever way of wording all that shit.
Because that shit clearly does not add up to $50, but we can talk about it.
So they're gonna add up.
Anyway,
it's the wine.
okay, $10 at the top.
Wait, what? No fee shall be charged for the issuance of such a person who has retired from service. Oh,
as a magistrate,
I ain't retired though.
Special agent with the what the for the what does the alcohol got to do with getting a permit?
Look, it's a bunch of stuff.
It's the ATF for a reason.
Bro, what?
It's a bunch of stuff, but chances are, if you did some stuff, work for any of those agencies, you can not have to pay for that stuff. Which I didn't know. I didn't have to pay $50, to submit that, for my concealed weapon permit.
Right, because
I'm like, I would tell, like you ain't have to pay, right?
Give my money back.
Right, exactly.
Richard ain't gonna give you that back.
Hey, I was like,
that $50 already went to the building fund.
Right, for real though.
It went to the
well,
construction
they charged Mom $15, but they weren't, so they're supposed to send it back to her.
Oh, $15? That's it?
Yeah. That's
Brunswick County is only $15.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Speaking of money, goddamn, the IRS took my tax relief. They said, "Oh, you still owe that $250." We went ahead and used that to your funds.
I mean, you're gonna pay him that one way or the other. Is either with your taxes that you owe or the taxes for next year. So.
I said, "Oh my, that was straight gangster." I was sitting there looking for that too.
Oh man, bro. So this stuff. I mean, you don't need to read all this stuff. Processing fees and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to read that, you can. Right?
Let's get to the nitty gritty.
All right, so issuance of de facto permits, right? If you do not receive your concealed handgun permit within 45 business days, then they will issue you a de facto permit, right? Essentially, it's a temporary permit stating that you can conceal carry until you get your official one in the mail. All right. I do know an individual who ended up getting a de facto. So those do happen from time to time. It's essentially just like your driver's license. If you haven't gotten like your ID in the mail, they get you the piece of paper. It's exactly what this is.
I was close to getting one because they waited literally the last day. It took 45 days for my permit to come back.
That is tough.
That's crazy.
That is tough. And on the people.
I called them twice and I was like, damn.
People. Piece.
That's what it says. I was like, what?
Yo.
Piece.
Oh, so yeah, man. If you have a waiting super long, we tell everybody in there took our class that after 45 days, you can conceal carry. It's called an issuance of a de facto permit. Why is it called de facto? Who knows?
Look the term up. What does that mean? No, I'm just saying. It's a reason for what. So I didn't really read the. So you actually can go back to the court and they give you a piece of paper.
No, they'll see. The odd part about that is they're gonna mail you the de facto permit.
So how the fuck they know that?
Like,
so do you get both? I don't understand.
So the de facto permit, it expires after 90 days. All right. So by then you should have your real permit. But my thing is, if you're going to issue me a de facto permit,
just give it to me.
Where's my permit? Like, just send me the permit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to send me a piece of paper to tell me that you can carry
it, but I'm not approved.
Like, right. You know what I mean? I just don't get that.
You pre-approved to be denied.
Right. You can carry for 90 days.
Right.
What in the world?
That's almost like a pre-qualification piece of paper. you may or may not get it. A piece of paper.
So 308.6, right? Non-resident permits, right? If you don't live in Virginia, yes, you can still get a non-resident permit for Virginia, which is actually very easy to do. Same thing. If you got a concealed weapon permit already, or if you've taken you still have your certificate from another classes you've done, or in your home state, you can send that in, and you'll still you'll get approved for the non-resident permit. It's very simple. Unlike Maryland, which this really blows, right? So Maryland, so obviously we're qualified to teach the Maryland class for the HQL, as well as for their conceal, or they call it the wear and carry permit. Up there, we're certified to teach that class, but for non-residents, we can do your non-resident permit. However, the live scan that they use for fingerprinting, they will only allow Maryland live scan locations to do fingerprints, right? And so you would have to go to Maryland to do fingerprints just to submit it online, because Maryland is due. Maryland, you have to fill out the application online and submit your receipt for your fingerprints and things like that. So I just really feel like that was a big blow, and it kind of pissed me off, because like if you're applying for a non-resident permit, obviously I don't live there, so you're asking me to drive there to spend $65 to do fingerprints or fly there, depending on where you are, to do fingerprints, just to go back and turn those fingerprints in online.
It's about $65 in tolls.
Huh?
It's about $65 in tolls that you got to pay.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it, man. First of all,
but the thing about it is they do live scan fingerprint, so it's not like they're actually rubbing your finger in ink and putting it on a card.
Right, it's different now.
So live scan, somebody else it has to issue. They get a certification for that. So obviously, you just can't go in a random place and get fingerprints. So I don't
know.
If you're in Maryland, go ahead and move to Delaware.
So Delaware ain't but so much better, for real.
They were a little better.
They were
a little better.
But yeah, so I just felt like that's so stupid. But it's something that we're gonna still do, because we travel to Maryland a lot.
Breon, we know they said that because Richard's just stupid anyway. So the clerk don't ever know anything.
We don't do the fact. What the fact though? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
That don't surprise me at all.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
So yeah, here in Virginia, The non-resident permit is super easy to get.
Very easy.
We already know the qualifications. We had already talked about that. Entry of information into Virginia Criminal Informative Network. Oh, okay. So yes, obviously, when you apply for your certificates, what you talk about all the time is you now go in DMV's database, right? Like your tag,
They automatically know you got a
like
gun.
they know you got a gun in the car, or there's a high chance that you have a gun in the car, right? But not only that, you input it into state police, right? By the clerk, and so they have your name in the database, right? Don't worry about it; it's gonna be okay, right? That your concealed handgun permit is issued with the DMV. It's still gonna be fine. It's actually a bit better. Like they run my tags all day long, but I'm gonna keep knocking on wood.
Oh, say, wait a minute.
Huh?
Wait a minute, you had the best of luck.
I know I don't got the best of luck with cops, but hey, I'm legal now. I'm legit.
Boy, be riding around with them dames out, don't you?
Bro. Yeah, bro, because ain't nobody safe out here with air fresheners and windows and stuff.
Bro, you been seeing it?
Huh?
You been seeing that thing?
What, air fresheners and windows?
Oh, I thought you was talking about the shit that's been going on in the news lately.
What's been going on in Newport News?
Man, they've been trying to, as far as female goes, they've been putting zip ties on the door. They put a basket behind your car. They've been putting money in your windshield, and if you touch it, they got that shit on it. They've been putting tissue in your door handles when you touch it. You
putting like stuff on the door handles
Bro,
and stuff. You go put your hand on, you put in your face, it knocks you out.
It's been running rapid in Newport News.
Yo, get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
In Newport News?
Bro, this is probably.
I mean, I don't know what else people got. I don't know what else people want. I don't know what else people want. I don't know what else people got to wait on. I don't know what else. I mean,
but
come on.
Think about Newport News. They can't have concealed or open carry handguns.
That's my point. But alongside that, I'm like, the people that I'm like, I don't need that. I'm away. I mean, for real though. I mean, you got stuff, putting stuff on your car and stuff that you touch, and you just knocked out, and then you didn't. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, what I don't know. That just did something to me. I mean, what
like
you wait?
It's everywhere, but it's been very.
It's been. Really
it is everywhere. But I mean, I'm just talking about. I'm like, that's relatively close to home, and so I know it's here in Richmond. Like there was a big thing a couple of years ago. Mad women were going missing,
like the guy that stuck the girl from Zaxby's in the back of his truck.
Oh yeah.
Like while she was taking his food to his car, he grabbed her and put her in his trunk of his car. But she got out because she pulled the tab in the trunk of the car. But he literally grabbed her and put her in the trunk.
No, this motherfucker retarded. This motherfucker ain't even know that she can get out nowadays in modern day cars.
Right. He forgot.
What a lame.
Right. So what?
So good for her for having the.
Did I cut that tag? Did I cut the string? Yeah, I cut it. Now, did I cut it? Yeah, it's good. We good.
That's very good, for her.
But
yeah, man, you go on the database, man. So it's gonna be all right,
And usually when
at the end of the day, as long you in the DMV state police, as long as you ain't riding dirty, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Right. That's it.
All right. The circuit court judge, right? They're gonna approve it or deny. They're gonna write off on it. And then there it is. I mean, you can settle for you can request a review or something like that if you get denied, but chances are, well, sometimes they may make a mistake. I mean, depending on what if you have a situation going on, whatever the case may be.
Oh, if you have a common name, just go ahead and put your social security number on that paperwork.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, you can appeal within 60 days. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Right. If you get disqualified for CHP, generally you won't pass a background check for a gun either. So
Right.
it's the same thing. It's usually the same thing, unless it's some tricky cases.
Oh, go back up.
What?
Go up. Go up. Go up. I thought about like stalking. Go up.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't get charged with stalking and then give your ass a gun.
Yeah. That's on the
That's on the paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, domestic violence, stalking, shit like that. Now, you get charged with stalking. You think they're gonna just let your ass have a gun, and you're a certified stalker?
Right.
He's not a certified stalker.
I mean, what's that bitch on paper? You're a certified stalker.
Certified.
Now, too, if you have your weed card, well, we've been talking about this before too. If you got your weed card, you can't get it.
Carry.
Nope.
You can't get a gun.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you actually can't. Yeah, it's going to come up in the background that you carry a medicinal marijuana card
to a firearm by getting that marijuana card.
Here's the thing. It's legal in Virginia, but you have to realize which one do you want. You cannot have speed and power. It's like that old sports saying, like, you can't have speed and power. Which one do you want? Do you want to be able to carry a firearm, or do you want to be able to legally buy marijuana?
Carry a firearm.
Right, exactly. Renewal. Yep.
Bro, can you imagine motherfuckers be walking past the cops rolling a fat ass blunt, bro, with a Desert Eagle hanging off that pocket? Like, oh, how you doing? Good morning, officer. You can't touch me.
If you need to renew it, then renew it within 5 years. Right? Simple as that.
They are a little lenient after expiration, but not too much.
Yeah, I think if you
it's like 3 to 6 months or something like that.
It's 3 to 6 months. 6 months.
But that's at their discretion.
It is at their discretion.
Yeah. So just
do it.
Just set an alarm. You know what I'm saying? If you got to even write it down, if you're not confident, you might have that phone for the next 5 years. Just write it down somewhere, a sticky note. You know what I'm saying? Renew my concealed carry.
All right. If you need to replace it, it's gonna cost you $10. Right.
Or if not, bring your ass to Virginia Tactical on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
I had to replace mine, and it sucked. So you got to go through the whole process again.
Really?
Yeah, I had to go through
because I had a guy who they just printed it out for him again.
I used to do the same thing. They just reprinted hers out.
Yeah, she said they give hers on site.
It expired over. I think it's like a month.
Oh, you let yours expire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
If it expired, that's different. That's something like
if you lose it, you could just go back in there and get it.
Oh, I remember you because that just happened to you too a couple months ago.
Yeah. And I thought they would have switched by now, but I got that stupid ass piece of paper.
Yeah, I said, damn. All right, so prohibited conduct. All right, any person permitted to carry a concealed handgun, who is under the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs while carrying such handgun in a public place, is guilty of a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Damn.
All right. So
I ain't looking too good. Let me stop.
That's something to really think about because they just said if you're under the influence in any capacity, they ain't talking about car like driving, right? They're just talking about.
That's why they'll give your ass specific numbers.
At any public place, yeah, so that's something to really consider. Speaking of, I shouldn't say under the. Oh.
But even lost connection to your camera. But even though you have to think about too, you can go into bars, but you can't consume.
Right.
But people that's temptation all around. You need a cut. Don't you do that.
Yeah, I need to cut.
Do it. Maui is awesome.
Brought to you by 1920. Prohibition style. Yeah, so seriously though, obviously driving while intoxicated is a no-no. And even carrying your concealed handgun, even though you got a concealed handgun permit, while
Don't
under
do it. Don't do it.
So yeah, that's something to think about. And then talking about class 1 misdemeanor, so yes, thank you. Class 1 misdemeanor, all right. You're gonna get your CCW, your CHP taken away, all right.
And more likely your gun. More than likely they will find a reason to take your gun away as well.
All right, so now I don't know if this one's been updated. So B, no person who carries a concealed handgun on the premises of any restaurant or club as defined in whatever for which a license to sell or serve alcoholic beverages for on-premises consumption have been granted by the Virginia ABC may consume an alcoholic beverage while on the premises, right? So you can't. A person who carries a concealed handgun onto such a premises, such as a restaurant, club, or consumes alcohol is guilty of a class 2 misdemeanor.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Any type of a bar, any place that sells alcohol by the state of Virginia, you can carry on there, but you cannot consume alcohol. That's all it is.
Right. Which that's a tough one,
Right, so I said peer pressure.
I mean, it is, but it isn't though. It's just, you go into a bar and you drink, then
you all adults. You make your own decisions.
Pretty much, if you do all that stuff, they're gonna take your permit away from you. An individual who has a felony charge pending or cause or charge pending for an offense listed in subdivision whatever, I'm not going to read all of that, holding a permit for a concealed handgun may have the permit suspended by the court, right? So if you got a concealed handgun permit now and then you catch a charge of something else, you got that taken away.
Oh God, this just brings back to talking to that girl.
Who?
The one that argued about Dan because he wants to sell her a gun.
Which one?
The bulldog.
Oh my God!
Wow. Not the bulldog.
Sorry, everybody here. They but that's what she was.
I do know. Well, no, exactly right though. So we were trying to actually help an individual out. Right. This young lady, and she wanted to buy a gun. All right, but
she had a pending concealed charge.
Right. She had pending charges. All right, that she still needed to go to court about. All right, and so we told her that I was like, I wouldn't feel comfortable for your sake for you to, fill out the background check. With charge,
good chance you might get denied.
Because you might get denied. Chance is a good chance you're going to get denied, and we don't want that, and I don't want to have to go to court for you.
Right.
So it's in that both of our best interests. To just wait until
which her case was like coming up like
next week.
The next week.
Yeah, and so we were legit, just trying to look out. She was mad and angry, and I would just go somewhere else. And I'm like,
fine,
okay, for
Any
sure.
legitimate shop that you go to is gonna tell you the same damn thing.
No, they ain't.
No, they're not.
They don't give a damn. Like we, how we are. All of us. We gonna try to look out for the other person, them like, okay. If you want to say you want to go ahead and fill it out, all right, bet.
But her thing is that she said that the DA already came to an agreement. I was like, yeah, but the judge haven't signed off on it yet.
Right. You know, your court case is not over yet.
Right.
You know, so you have until then you have pending charges, right? And so
why you so talking?
it sounds like my morning pee. We're gonna just keep going. Oh man! All right, so reciprocity.
Good morning, pee.
All right, the last thing we're gonna talk about tonight is reciprocity. We're gonna get up out of here. All right, reciprocity. You know, that just means other states or locations that observe Virginia's concealed handgun permit, right? And so that you can conceal carry in this particular state, right? Like North Carolina, they accept Virginia's concealed handgun permit, right? And that we have reciprocity with them. We can travel there and conceal carry,
But Maryland.
But yeah, but
it's a no-go.
Yeah. Going up north is rough, except
Yes,
if you get Arizona for whatever particular reason, you can get Delaware. Like you have reciprocity with Delaware, which is weird, right? But yeah, right now Virginia has reciprocity with, if I'm not mistaken, 32 states.
32 states.
I think 33 now because of Nevada.
Oh yes, it is. It's 33 now. We now have reciprocity with Nevada. So we good. Shasho, we in there.
You said I was in there? Yeah, I was in there.
Like we there. So yeah.
Keeps.
I've learned to ignore him.
Ow! Fuck! I just hit my knee. God damn it!
Shout out to everybody that watched Squid Game.
Hey, season 2 about to be out at the beginning of the year.
See my gumbo buddy.
My gumbo. So yeah, reciprocity, with 32 states. If you don't know, if you ever want to look it up, you can go to uslawshield.com, or you can go to USCCA.
Fun fact, USCCA actually has an app that you can download as you cross state lines. It'll tell you what gun rights you have. And that is free.
Shout out to USCCA doing that. That's lit.
It's called ain't it called USCCA Reciprocity?
I think so.
I believe it's an app. It's called USCCA Reciprocity. And all you do is put in your home state where you carry your permit, or actually you can put in multiple, to be honest. So if you got Virginia and you got Maryland and Arizona and Utah, you can put them all in. You just got to put exactly where you at that point.
Yep. Like it's pretty cool, So like based on your location or whatever the case may be, they'll give you some information about where you are and and where your gun is and where it needs to be.
If it needs that real quick, man. Off topic. Everybody that's still on, everybody that's gonna listen to this in the future, we gotta stop shooting ourselves in the foot. It's a lot of research that we do for everybody, but it's research you gotta do for yourself as well. We gotta be responsible gun owners.
I was like, pun intended or no pun intended, would shoot yourself in the foot.
Wow. But no, like even when it comes down to getting a concealed carry permit, you can literally go on the website and look at the questions before you even fill it out. A lot of this stuff is free of charge. So we got to stop getting ourselves in trouble for not knowing when stuff is out there.
I mean, big time. The information is out there, Like there should be no reason why people still get locked up for trying to bring guns on the plane. Like I just, there's just too much information out here, right?
But where were we at? That was airport. That was insane.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah,
Christ.
you know, we literally took a picture of that. They just had a display board of all the guns they confiscate. Going
The
through
buyback program.
TSA. Yo, seriously, it looked like it was a bunch of boards up and pictures. I mean, but yet somehow the list keeps growing. They got this big display right there as you wait to go through TSA. and you know, like seriously, like no, I mean they announce it like every 10 minutes on the speaker.
No, it's less than every 10 minutes.
Lots
Like,
of G2Cs, lots of G3Cs.
Oh, it was a lot of bro. The amount of Tauruses that was, I was like,
Tauruses and
I said,
revolvers.
Now, black folk, you know,
Right?
because you already know, we the one buying them Taurus, and I'm like, come on, you know, you ain't supposed to bring this Taurus through TSA.
You going to jail for some dumb shit.
It was a bunch of Taurus. It was like the wall had to be, they had to be like 40% Tauruses.
Literally.
You know? Oh man, G3s, G3Cs, G2Cs.
Let's see. I got the video.
PT111.
They had a GX4 up there. That was like
GX4.
Yeah, it was a couple Glocks up there too.
Oh yeah, it was definitely Glocks up there.
Aruga.
You know, where are those guns now?
Where are those guns now? Being shot at a target practice for the government.
Well, yeah.
Bro, Quincy hit the money talks lab when he shot her with the rocket launcher.
I don't fucking know in a minute. The FBI better knock on the goddamn door in a minute.
Hey, look, I ain't say us. But no, we can't send you 200 on Glocks to Pakistan.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's what we're gonna dive at, man. End that tonight because it literally goes on for a little minute. But we're gonna highlight the good sections to talk about. But this is the basic stuff, and I mean, I think for the most part, everybody kind of understood what's going on so far. But if you got any questions, refer back, and then too, I'm gonna drop it. Let me go ahead and drop this link down in the chat. So if anybody wants to read this stuff for themselves in their spare time, you can do that. And two, let me know what other states that you might want to know. Like if you watch us and aren't from Virginia, all right, we'll help you do some research for your home state as well.
Correct, and we'll help you get your non-resident Virginia concealed permit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can definitely do that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the episode for this evening. All right, we're gonna get into it a little bit quicker next time. It depends, man. It's been kind of quiet right now, man. So hopefully we stay like that. Right. Anybody got anything? Oh, putting together the bundle. Right. Tell all the homies out there. Tell all the young ladies and people that's interested in maybe learning about firearms and maybe thinking about purchasing their first firearm. We got the firearm.
Your bundle package
We got the firearms bundle package. Package.
Bro, get off the camera, bro.
That
1920 got him, boy.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't know. I think every time something pops up on the TV, I don't know. I think he literally runs out of the room. So,
bro, when Sean lit, I swear to God, don't know more than 3 words get out. Bro, he's like, yeah, but he's like, what?
What's crazy is I only had Well, you don't need much of this.
You don't need much.
That be 115 proof. You definitely don't need much.
Good Lord.
You don't need much. He said, man, I usually drink. I'm still on my first one.
Man,
I was sipping on that bit for about 4 hours, bro.
Man, me and King was sitting outside the other day. I was like, I am too up.
Bro, them tunes was going crazy on the bonfire.
At least.
Oh, yeah, I want to invite you to the bonfire. It's okay.
Do who?
I want to invite you to the bonfire. It's okay.
Well, you said you. Nah, man.
We'll talk about that off the mic.
Man, damn 1920 was going nuts.
Did you talk about the package?
The package? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what we were talking about. The intro, the new shooter package, right? The bundle package, right? With that package, we're giving away the G2C or G3C, right? A box of ammo and a class. Get your concealed weapon permit certificate. All for $360. All for $360.
Can't beat it because with taxes, your gun is gonna be $310 by itself.
Right, exactly. So you get a gun, the box of ammo, the class and your certificate for $360. I mean,
so tell a friend.
Who you doing that for?
Tell a friend.
Who you doing that for? Right? Who doing that? Ain't nobody doing that. We doing that. Right?
Because somebody else doing it, we know where they got it from.
Right. Mark my words. You gonna be seeing this in the next 2 weeks. Watch. Say, man, you know what? That's a good idea. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, we do this for the folks. We do this for the people. Yeah, 1920.
Oh. Lord, I'm about to end the broadcast.
In the broadcast, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man, but for real.
What is happening right now?
Everybody be safe out there.
In the fucking broadcast, bro.
Everybody be throw it in towel. But no. Everybody be safe out there. Drink responsibly. Carry responsibly. Stay dangerous.
Got the G2C patches.
You know, for the
what?
package. All right. Until next week.